Hello again, it's me, earthmanbrick. We're back with another TT Combat MDF kit. It's the Sovereign Theatre, and I thought I'd jump onto this one because it's split out the packaging, so things already bloody half open. So I thought we'd take a look at the screws before I, well, since it's open already, technically. I'll just get this bit off. There we go. Chuck that cellophane away. So, yeah, this one's a bit higgledy-piggledy. Lots of walls and pavings. Oh, looks like we've got our first little push out there. And those little blocks are pretty good for if you want to do like store shelves, or if you want to have your candies and sweets. Pretty good. Yeah, that's weird. It looks like the same bit twice. I suppose it'll all be revealed in the instructions. So we've got a couple of push-outs there. Might as well grab them whilst we've got them. I'll just use that for storing them in the meantime. And I thought I'd do the same as what I've done before. Oh, nice sign there. We've also got these bits. The unfortunate thing with this build is that, yeah, there's a lot of obvious slots on the thing that we're going to have to tidy up. So I'll figure out how to do that. There we go, there's some jokey film titles. A Killing Game, Death in the Family, Bats, a crime opera. Obviously play on cats. Cats and Batman, I suppose. Die Easy, as opposed to Die Hard. Wild Wasteland, yeah, quite big that one. Mars 2, More Sharks. Oh dear, they're not the best. Hey little Bobby, she's squeaking at me, so here she is. You gonna settle down, little pussycat? Come on. She is a good girl. She's just full of beans. She loves getting through here. Normally this area is locked off, but yeah, whenever I go in, she's straight on it. So, are these push-outs? Looks like they are. Yes, they are. We've got a little notch there. I think that's an Art Nouveau style. I'm not entirely sure. And what's this? Crime Alley Theatre. So that's an alternate sign. That's pretty cool. And we've got this one here. Googleplex Cinemas. Oh, and more titles. Here we go. Ratman Beginnings. Yeah, I think that's meant to be Batman Begins. Serenity 2. Normandy over London. I didn't really rate these. So I think these are meant to be posters for inside the actual theatre itself. Probably would have been better to put all these bits on a piece of thin card. Because it doesn't need to be like big thick MDF that's 3mm. Anyway, I'll stop criticising. Ah, and here's a treasured piece. More push-outs. Oh, jingsy, we've got a mother load of push-outs here. Look at all that. So here's the seats for the cinema. Yeah, they're pretty cool. You only get, what is it? That's like 2 rows. Not much of a cinema with just 2 rows of seats. So we might have to figure out a way to increase that if we're going to bother with the interior. I'm not sure that I will, but anyway. Yeah, and I don't know what colour to make these bricks, whether to make them red or make them grey. I suppose I could opt for white. And look at that. It's a big menacing sign. Yeah, that is part of the design. There's a whole bit there. And there's the Sovereign signage. And that's about it. So, the other signs with the Googleplex Cinema and other bits They're not on here, so they must be alternatives. Anyway, let's see. So we got 13 sheets, and it's for 28 to 32 mil games. No doubt for post-apocalyptic. It'll work for that. It'll work for your Batman and your Marvel, DC kind of games. Yeah, Fallout and the such like. Pretty good. So I'm going to get to assembling this. I'll film the whole process and we'll see how we get on. Bye for now. Hello again, and we're back. And here it is, all painted up. So, it's a rather big one. And we've managed to stick to the sheet pretty damn nicely. Oh, there's posters for the side of the wall. I wonder where they went. Anyway, before we get onto the building itself, here's what's left on the sprues. So we've still got these posters, this signage here, and these bits. This is another big sign. This is an alternative sign, so it's the Sovereign Theatre or whatever. Or you can have it the Goo Go place, and yeah, it just looks crap. And there's another alternative sign here. Yep, Crime Alley, obvious reference to Batman. More different movie adverts at the front thing there. Now, there was an extra floor that's meant to go here that I've taken out because I'm not going to bother opening this thing. So I've glued it all shut. And yeah, I think I might use this for making another building with at some point. Not in this video. And yep, we've got a nice big push out there. That's for a blank one of these signs. Here's the last one. Last one has got all the seats for the interior, but because we've not made the interior, I've just kind of left it as is. And again, yes, I've painted everything on the sprue because it saves a lot of time. This whole bit here, I couldn't figure out where the hell it goes, but I think it does belong in the inside, and what it's meant to be is for the stage, or someone else helped me guess, it was for the counter. So it's either the stage or the counter, and there's your rows of seats. And that's all with all the sprues. So, onto the build itself. Now, we did make these yonks earlier in a previous video. This is the posters. And that was originally for, what was it, Blockbuster jigsaw puzzles. And there's another one there, George. So I thought rather than use crappy posters that will stick out like, what is it, 3mm out the thing and look really awkward and weird, I thought I'd attach those. And I think that works nicely. We've also added acetate, as you can tell from the sheen and the reflection there. And some corrugated card made from coffee cups. The insulation layer there. I think that works generally well. Now, there's still more work to be done. What I've done is I've tidied up the trims here. Just gone over with a black marker pen just to hide these obvious slots. Because there's a lot of dirty little slots there. And, yep, the black marker pen has done a good job of hiding it. But there's still some other ones all roundabouts here that I need to hide and cover up. They look a bit unsightly, especially the top here as well. But yes, paint job wise, I've just used either Sharpies or paints, and I've just stippled it just to create an extra sense of texture and depth. But yes, we're going to go on to the fun side here. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use card, and I'll cut thin strips and use those to bulk out, add a little extra bit of detail and hide these slots. I'm going to add a lot of this clumping foliage stuff, the homemade sponge block that we've made. We're also going to add a whole bunch of tufts, and we'll weather the absolute crap out of it, as well as we might add some of that green mash foliage. So I'm going to get to doing that. Bye for now. Hey Poppy, what are you doing down there? Naughty girl. Little sneak. Anyway, bye from me and Poppy. We'll come back once it's all done. Hello again, and we're back. And here it is, all done and dusted. Boom! I'm happy to call this all finished and done now. And so, to talk about what I've done, well, like I said, I was going to pop on some of this green sponge flock, the homemade stuff, and that's all kind of dotted around, all hither and through, just also helps fill up a lot of these gaps. What I've also done is I've also added pieces of card to cover up a lot of these slots, which were showing quite strongly. You can see it right here, where some of those slots are. Yeah, they do definitely stand out, but a little bit of card just over the top sorted it out, no problem. Makes it all look a hell of a lot more uniform, because you can see these slots all on the side there, and gone. Boom. So, what else have I done? I've used this green olive color. I got this recently. It's another acrylic ink from De La Rowney, part of the FW series. I don't know what the hell FW means, but maybe someone knows in the description. I don't really care. But anyway, I used that, and what I've done is I've really helped. I've added on some weathering here, like onto the sign. Hello, Poppy. Just dart around like a chaos demon. It's okay, we've expected that from you now. Anyway, I digress. So, we've gone and accentuated a lot of these stones and pavings at the bottom here. We've done the same with the bricks. You know, not really just sort of going around each and every single one. That would be tedious. It would also be very annoying. But we've just gone around enough of them to give the impression that the bricks are there, because they do tend to, like you can see on this spot here, the bricks tend to fade away, and all you see is the kind of sprinkling. So it does help to accentuate a few, just to help bring them back in. So let's take this off and we'll have a bit more of a gander. So yes, you can see how nicely it's worked here, and we've used these tufts. That's the ones we got from the mega tub of tufts from Warpainter Scenics, from Warpainter Net. Really good stuff, really good bang for your buck there. Nice, I mean, look at all that variety. Really good. And then, yeah, this isn't paid sponsorship or anything. I don't actually get... I've never been paid for anything. And the only free stuff I've ever received in terms of miniatures or products or anything like that was the stuff we got from PropFox. But yes, there's all the tufts there. And yes, the textures really helped. What I usually do is I usually put down cork sheet on the top of the roof section, but yeah, I think stippling works well enough. And yes, a bit of the olive green there just to smear it on once you've dropped a bit on, and yeah, it works at giving that illusion of moss. And I think it's worked really well here, just by hitting it on the edge and then getting it so it drips down ever so slightly. Really works well. And yes, let's have a worm's eye perspective and go in as if we're a miniature. And then you can see those pixels working rather nicely. There's a... We're gonna need a bigger boat! You would come out with a one for the Back to the Future. That's a good quote from that film. Oh yes. You better make like a tree and get out of here! Great film. Yeah. So I'm pretty damn happy with how this has turned out. Quite the little transformation here. I mean, if you've got any questions and stuff on how I've done any of these kits, just leave them in the comment section below and I always try to answer. And yeah, I think color scheme wise this has worked out pretty nicely. I've not done any red brick buildings, so this was a break from a norm. And yeah, definitely doing everything on the sprue frame helped big time. Although it was a bit annoying because I didn't realize that these parts you had to paint both sides as well, so I'd only painted one side and then I painted the rest whilst it was all assembled here. But I think it's turned out nice. Would I recommend this kit? Yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, we've still got lots of stuff left over for the interior with all the seats and the stage and things. Will I do anything with that? I've no idea. I've got so many other projects and builds to do. Speaking of which, I should get back to them. So, thanks again for watching, and bye.